Hey everyone, Happy New Year. It's 2021. This is our first episode of Dojo Live, one of many, many more to come. I'm Tulio Siragusa, broadcasting from Southern California. I'm joined by my co-hosts, Kim Lantis in Hermosillo, Mexico, and of
Hello.
and of course, Carlos Ponce, who created this whole thing, this crazy thing called Dojo Live 5 years ago, who's in Cuernavaca, Mexico. Hi, Carlos. Welcome back, guys.
Thank you.
Thank
Happy New Year.
So we took a couple of weeks off for the end of the year, and the
Like
recap show
flu.
today. It flew by very fast. Yes, the recap show today is a bit of a special one. We each chose our favorite interview of 2020. We had, I don't know, a little over 100 interviews last year. We got to
Yeah.
tally them, but we picked one each, and we're going to recap that as best we can, and hopefully encourage those of you watching to check out those shows. You can go on the website, hit the search button. You can search by topics too if you want to search on leadership, innovation, AI, anything your heart desires. You go in the search box. Chances are there's a number of interviews that will come up with some informative insights that you can glean. So let's go right into it. I'm going to let you guys kick it off. What was your favorite show, Carlos? Let's start
my
with you.
yeah, my favorite show is, as you know, Tulio, it's hard to choose one among
Mhm.
the many that we do every year. But as I was going over the some of the ones that I really thought this was it, it was the social and reputation during pandemic times with Travis Huff, the
Hmm.
CEO of Real Time Outsource. So, and there is a reason for that. Well, first and foremost, I really loved the way that Travis conveyed energy, and it was very easy for him to connect with us and with the audience too.
And
And I
his
think,
working from home environment put the rest of us to shame, right? He had, if I
yeah,
recall, he's got like awesome
yeah,
mic
he was very,
setup
very,
and
very
this
pro.
yeah.
And also, and this is because because we're also engaging with people, with the viewers through these live video broadcasts. And I think if you ask me, I got to learn a lot to learn from Travis, because he was very engaging. And I think that during these pandemic times, engagement is everything. Okay, so he's got a very nice way to accomplish that. And you can do that whether you're on video, on LinkedIn, on writing posts. It's
Hmm.
it's all about how you engage with others in an authentic and an energetic manner. And it's not only about the messaging or what you are saying, but how you're saying it. And this, I think Travis was a master at this. He was like, he got me like, yeah, give me more. So yeah, that was it, Tulio and Kim. Social and reputation during pandemic times with Travis
Okay.
Huff.
I love when we have shows like that because we can take notes and learn things from them. We've probably applied several things we've learned from our guests last year, and that was definitely one show that did not disappoint in terms of
Mm-mm.
things that you can learn. So,
Yeah.
for those of you watching, if you didn't see that show, all you got to do is just go on the site and type in the topic on the search box of social and reputation during pandemic times, and it'll pop up. You'll easily find it. We'll make sure we put a link on the comments of each of these streams too. So after this is over, I'll put a link on the comments for those of you watching. So don't worry, we've got you covered. Kim, what about you? What did you like?
Yeah, thank you. I have a lot of honorable mentions, two of which actually happen to be the two that you guys chose. That means they really are great shows. I really enjoyed Richard Hambury's at San.io, where he was talking about audiovisual neuromodulation, like for pain relief. I think we have something similar about Netflix and Disney to cure vision disorders. I think most of mine are kind of health oriented. I think I must have found it quite fascinating. But the one that I chose is play and how the future of work depends on it. This was with Roger Mannix, the co-founder and chief creative officer at Ludolo. Like Travis, Roger just has a great energy. I believe his background is actually in acting. And it was interesting because when he opened up that talk, I rewatched it today, he was talking about his experience of 2008, which was also a bad year for a lot of people. coming out of 2020, 12 years earlier, and how for him, he had kind of had this humbling, what am I going to do now experience. And he was like a phoenix who rose out of the ashes and came up with what he's doing now. And it's quite fantastic. One of the things they talk about is the importance of empathy. That's one of the workshops that he talks and teaches. He mentioned how it's both horrifying and remarkable that it's a skill set that we actually have to teach, right? Horrifying in the sense that we should probably all know this, but remarkable in the sense that we're picking up on the need of having, of how important it is and the importance of teaching that. But how play is basically a universal language, right? Something that anyone and everyone has done and can do. It's what it means to be human, and it's fun. And going back to just the importance and how effective that can be professionally and within corporations and organizations, talking about how it increases our intelligent quotients, our emotional quotients, and he mentioned our LQ, which is, he said, is the love quotient, and tapping into collaboration.
I love that one.
Yeah. And tapping into collaboration, right? One of the studies that he was reading is what do you need to have collaboration? And it talked about the need to have widespread respect for your colleagues' contributions, to have an openness to experimenting with other people's ideas, and to tap into a real sensitivity to how your actions affect others, empathy, or the company's goal/mission. And play is something that encompasses all three of those things. And it's also a way for us to get used to the idea of uncertainty or ambiguity, right? Because when you're playing, you really never know what's going to happen next. And his ideas and what they do at Ludolo of how to incorporate play into the corporate world, I loved it. I think it's really fun talk and something that we could all use a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. It's reawakening the child inside, right? Where curiosity had no boundaries, and we were open, a lot more open. So that's one great way to do that. Definitely encourage those who missed that show to check that out. Again, after this broadcast, I'll put the links on the comments. You can just click right to it and see it. My favorite, it was very difficult to pick a favorite, as you guys mentioned, but I really liked the show we had with Mark Collins, who's the Chief Innovation Officer at Helomix. Particularly because he's doing something that's near and dear to me, because I lost my dad to cancer. So anything that deals with finding a cure or finding therapies to save lives is of interest to me. So the topic was, can we cure cancer with artificial intelligence? I mean, a very compelling question. And I thought it was interesting on how technology is helping to advance identifying therapies based on historical trends, based on sharing and collaborating data. And the thing that stood out the most for me was something that's become very clear to all of us, especially during this pandemic. And that is that we live in a world where what's going to get us through this situations, or what's going to get us through finding cures to the disease, is collaboration. Massive collaboration, sharing of information, sharing of insights, sharing of knowledge, and creating a vehicle to gain access at a global scale to this kind of insight, so that we can get to faster ways to finding solutions to the things that are our struggles in life today. So definitely check out that show. Very encouraging about the progress that we're making towards finding cures using artificial intelligence. We've got less than a minute left. Carlos, what do we got coming up? Our new time slot's 12 p.m.
12 p.m. Two shows, exactly.
Two shows. Go ahead. Please let us know what we got coming up.
Absolutely. Tomorrow we'll be speaking with Yassif Mohammed Dali from the company is SimOps. And the topic is going to be developers and security, a love-hate relationship. And then on Thursday, we don't have a show on Wednesday, at least up until now. But on Thursday, we'll be speaking with Anisha Patel, the Senior Director of Customer Success and Management at none other than Cisco. So, and the topic will be customer experience, the new era of customer success. So those are the two shows this week, Tulio, that we have already scheduled at 12 noon.
All right. Well, see you guys back at 12 noon Pacific tomorrow. Stay safe, everyone. Welcome back and have a fantastic 2021.